Welcome to BodhiRipple, where ancient wisdom helps you live with calm and clarity. Almost everyone meets toxic people in life. They criticize you, drain your energy, create drama, or make you doubt yourself. You try to stay kind, but their behavior keeps hurting you. You may wonder, should I fight back? Should I stay silent? Should I walk away? In today's video, I will share a powerful Buddhist story that reveals how to deal with toxic people without losing your peace. You will learn how to protect your mind, set boundaries, and stay calm, even when others try to pull you into negativity. Stay until the end, because the final lesson will show you how to become emotionally untouchable. 1. The monk and the shouting villager. Long ago, a peaceful monk lived near a small village. Every morning, he walked through the village to collect food. One day, a villager began shouting at him. "You monks are useless," the man yelled. "You don't work. You just beg and pretend to be wise." The monk stopped, looked at the man calmly, and smiled. The villager grew angrier. He insulted the monk again and again. Still, the monk remained silent. Finally, the villager shouted, "Why don't you say anything? Don't you feel angry?" The monk replied gently, "If someone lights a fire but places it far away, does it burn you?" The villager paused. The monk continued, "Your anger belongs to you. I choose not to stand close to it." The villager fell silent. That day, the monk taught a lesson without raising his voice. The deeper teaching. This story is inspired by an actual Buddhist teaching from the Pali Canon, where the Buddha himself faced an angry Brahmin named Akasaka. The Buddha used a similar metaphor about gifts, asking if someone offers a gift that is not accepted, to whom does the gift belong? The answer, it remains with the giver. In the same way, insults and anger that are not accepted remain with those who give them. 2. What makes people toxic? Toxic people are not born toxic. They become toxic because of unresolved pain. They may feel insecure, jealous, powerless, angry at life. Instead of healing, they project their pain onto others. The Buddha taught that hurt people often hurt others. This does not excuse toxic behavior, but it helps you understand that their actions come from suffering, not strength. The Buddhist understanding. In Buddhist psychology, harmful behavior arises from what are called the three poisons: ignorance, not seeing reality clearly; greed, excessive attachment and craving; and hatred, aversion and anger. These three mental states are the root causes of all suffering and drive toxic behavior. When someone acts toxically, they are trapped in one or more of these poisons, unable to see clearly or act wisely. When you see toxicity as pain, you stop taking it personally, and that is the first step to peace. 3. Why toxic people affect us so deeply. Toxic people hurt us because we care. We want approval, harmony, or fairness. The mind says, "Why are they like this? What did I do wrong? I must defend myself." But the Buddha taught that suffering grows when we attach our peace to others' behavior. When you expect toxic people to change, you suffer twice. Once from their behavior, again from your disappointment. The teaching of impermanence. Buddhism teaches that all things are impermanent and constantly changing. When we expect people to behave a certain way or demand that situations be different from what they are, we create our own suffering. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It means seeing reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Peace comes when you accept reality as it is. 4. Don't absorb what isn't yours. The monk in the story did something powerful. He refused to absorb the villager's anger. Buddhism teaches non-attachment, not clinging to emotions that are not yours. When someone speaks with anger, remember, those words reflect their inner state. They do not define your worth. Imagine toxic words like smoke. If you walk into it, you choke. If you step aside, it fades. You always have the choice to step aside emotionally. The Buddha's own words. In the Buddhist scriptures, the Buddha explained, "Whoever returns insult to one who is insulting, returns taunts to one who is taunting, is said to be eating together, sharing company with that person. But I am neither eating together nor sharing your company." This teaching emphasizes that we don't have to participate in someone else's negativity. We can choose not to accept the meal they're offering. 5. Respond, don't react. Toxic people want reactions. Anger feeds them. Silence confuses them. The Buddha never reacted impulsively. He responded with awareness. Understanding the difference. Reaction comes from emotion. Response comes from wisdom. When someone provokes you, pause. Create space between stimulus and response. Breathe. Anchor yourself in the present moment. Observe. Notice the emotion without becoming it. Choose. Select your words carefully, or choose silence. Calm responses protect your energy. You don't need to win every argument. You only need to keep your peace. The practice of mindfulness. This is the essence of mindfulness practice, observing our emotions as they arise without immediately acting on them. The Buddha taught that between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom to choose our response. 6. Set boundaries without guilt. Many kind people struggle with toxic relationships because they fear boundaries. They think, if I say no, I'm rude. If I walk away, I'm selfish. But Buddhism teaches wise compassion. Compassion includes yourself. You can be kind and still say, I don't accept this behavior. I need space. I won't engage in this conversation. Boundaries are not punishment. They are protection. The middle way. The Buddha taught the concept of the middle way, avoiding both extremes. In relationships, this means avoiding extreme harshness and extreme softness. You can have a compassionate heart while maintaining firm boundaries. In fact, setting healthy boundaries is an act of wisdom and self-respect, not selfishness. A calm boundary is an act of self-respect. The teaching of metta. Buddhist practice includes metta, loving kindness, which begins with yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The traditional metta practice actually starts with directing loving kindness toward yourself before extending it to others. This teaches us that self-care and boundaries are essential, not optional. 7. When silence is the best answer. Sometimes, the best way to deal with toxic people is silence. Not cold silence, not angry silence, but peaceful silence. Silence denies toxic people what they seek, attention and control. The Buddha often remained silent when questions came from ego or hostility. The Buddha's noble silence. The Buddha was famous for his noble silence on certain matters. When people asked questions designed to trap him, provoke him, or waste time on pointless speculation, he simply didn't answer. This wasn't avoidance, it was wisdom. He recognized that some conversations don't deserve our energy. Silence keeps your mind clean. If a conversation drains you every time, silence becomes wisdom. You don't owe everyone access to your energy. The power of non-engagement. Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron teaches that patience is the antidote to anger and aggression. Sometimes the most patient thing we can do is to not engage, to not add fuel to the fire of someone else's negativity. 8. Let go of the need to fix them. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to fix toxic people. They explain, they argue, they justify. But change only happens when a person chooses awareness. The Buddha taught, you can point to the path, but each person must walk it themselves. The parable of the poisoned arrow. The Buddha once told a story about a man shot with a poisoned arrow who insisted on knowing irrelevant details about who shot it before allowing treatment. The Buddha's point, some questions and efforts are useless distractions from addressing immediate suffering. Similarly, trying to fix someone who doesn't want to change is like treating someone who keeps pulling out the arrow we're trying to remove. Your job is not to heal everyone. Your job is to protect your peace and live rightly. Let go of responsibility for others' behavior. That release brings freedom. Understanding karma. In Buddhism, everyone is responsible for their own karma, the consequences of their own actions. You cannot take on someone else's karma, nor can you force them to change their path. This understanding liberates you from the burden of trying to control others. 9. Compassion without closeness. Buddhism teaches compassion, but not blind closeness. You can wish someone well without allowing them into your life. You can forgive without continuing contact. You can understand without accepting abuse. Compassion lives in the heart. Boundaries live in action. This balance keeps your kindness strong, not exhausted. The Buddhist understanding of compassion. True compassion, karuna in Sanskrit, includes wisdom. Compassion without wisdom can lead to enabling harmful behavior or allowing yourself to be harmed. The Dalai Lama has said that compassion should be accompanied by wisdom and discernment. You can have compassion for a snake while also keeping a safe distance. Equanimity. Buddhism also teaches equanimity, upekkha, a balanced, spacious mind that doesn't get swept away by others' drama. Equanimity allows you to care about someone's well-being while not being controlled by their dysfunction. 10. Daily Buddhist practices to stay strong around toxic people. Here are simple daily practices to protect your peace. 1. Morning intention. Say each morning, I will not carry others' negativity today. May I meet difficulty with wisdom and peace. 2. Breath awareness. When tension arises, slow your breathing. Calm breath, calm mind. The practice, use the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and creates physiological calm. 3. Observe before speaking. Watch your emotions before reacting. Delay gives clarity. Mindfulness of emotions. Label what you're feeling. This is anger arising. This is frustration. When you name an emotion, you create distance from it. You become the observer, not the emotion itself. 4. End draining conversations early. You don't need explanations. A simple, I need to go is enough. 5. Evening release. Before sleep, imagine letting go of all negative interactions. Say, I release what doesn't serve peace. The practice of forgiveness. This doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you're putting down the burden of carrying resentment. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. 6. Metta, loving kindness. practice. Spend 5 minutes cultivating loving kindness. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May difficult people be free from suffering. May all beings be free from suffering. Why this works? When you generate loving kindness for difficult people, you're not condoning their behavior. You're freeing yourself from hatred, which the Buddha called like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. 7. Reflect on impermanence. Remember, this difficult moment will pass. This person's behavior is not permanent. Your suffering is not permanent. Change is the only constant. These small practices build emotional strength. Final reflection. Choosing peace over conflict. Toxic people may never change, but you can. You don't need to fight them. You don't need to convince them. You don't need to carry their pain. Like the monk, you can choose not to stand close to their fire. Peace is not weakness. Peace is mastery. When you protect your mind, toxic people lose power over you. And that is true freedom. The Buddha's final teaching. The Buddha's last words were, "All conditioned things are subject to decay. Strive with diligence." This includes toxic relationships and difficult people. Everything changes. Your task is not to control others, but to cultivate your own wisdom, compassion, and inner peace with diligence. The ultimate truth. The Buddha taught that anger never ceases through anger. Anger only ceases through non-anger. This is an eternal law. When we meet toxicity with peace, we break the cycle. We become free. And in our freedom, we offer the world a different way. Thank you for watching this video on BodhiRipple. If this Buddhist story helped you understand how to deal with toxic people calmly and wisely, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to BodhiRipple for more teachings that bring peace into daily life. Watch our other videos to learn how to stay strong, mindful, and balanced, even in difficult relationships. Until next time, remember, you don't need to change toxic people. You only need to protect your peace. In wisdom, there is freedom. In peace, there is power.